Hey everyone, so our first look at Tales of the Jedi dropped today. This is a show or mini-series that I've been looking forward to since it was first announced, and I'm super excited for this project because 1, it's Star Wars, 2, it's Jedi, and also it's animated, which I think is peak Star Wars for me at this point. Also, this first batch of shorts is going to be following both Ahsoka and Count Dooku, and I love Ahsoka, and also Count Dooku is a very interesting character that I don't think we've seen enough of in current canon. But yes, I am super excited for this trailer, so let's go ahead and jump in.
Everywhere there is life, but you must face death.
Shit.
Honor it. Do not fear it.
He's so tiny.
Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Master Dooku.
I want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Why does he sound like Professor Snape?
Master, stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan.
Okay, so he's always a little evil. Cool.
Again.
Dooku,
It looks so good.
stand down.
26, that's so soon.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness.
Let's hope all that training pays off.
Yeah.
And who might you be?
That looks so good. Okay, so there's a lot going on in that trailer. I mean, it's so jam-packed. It's only like a minute 40 seconds, and yet I think there was just so much. On the Ahsoka side of everything, I think what I'm most interested to see is her actual, like, the discovery of her powers and her being brought to the Jedi Temple, which I think is going to be the first episode of, like, her 3-episode arc, obviously. Because sometimes in a certain part of the Star Wars fandom, the Jedi have this bad reputation as being like baby snatchers, and I kind of want to see why that's like not the case. I mean, obviously, like, they're not. They don't just like steal children. They do get permission to train them, but actually like seeing that process of someone discovering they have the powers of the Force to becoming a Jedi or being taken in to become like a Kresh member. Also just seeing Ahsoka's home planet, like what her family was before. Like, did she have a mother, father? Was it just like a community all raising her? Also, does that mean we get to see Plo Koon? Because in the little flashback in the Clone Wars, Plo Koon is the Jedi that comes to pick her up. If we see Plo Koon, I'm going to actively cry. Plo Koon is one of those characters that I have a weird attachment to for like no good reason. Like, the level of attachments to the amount of screen time is completely unbalanced. But then it looks like we also get a Clone Wars era episode, which means we're gonna get Anakin and Rex and maybe Obi-Wan. Because Obi-Wan does show up in the trailer, but I think that might be in a Dooku episode. But I will also cry when those characters show up. I think Clone Wars Anakin just generally makes me sad, but also getting those two characters and the voice actors back together in the same scene and have it actually be friendly and not have it be Darth Vader Anakin. It's going to be lovely and emotional, and it looks like this is like in the middle of the Clone Wars, and Anakin apparently has a very tough love sort of training regimen for Ahsoka, And it looks like the final episode in her little arc is going to deal with post-Clone Wars, early days of the Empire, and her being hunted down by an Inquisitor, which should be interesting. I wonder if this is going to be explaining how she got her lightsabers, or an adaptation of that, because the white lightsabers that she has in Rebels and then later in Mandalorian are because she had purified a red kyber crystal from an Inquisitor she fought. So I have a sneaking suspicion that that is going to be what that is. That's going to be her defeating this Inquisitor, taking the lightsabers, purifying them, and then that's how she gets her white lightsabers. But that design for that Inquisitor is so cool. The mask feels something like it was out of KOTOR. It does have a almost like giant bird look to it, which I think is just a really interesting design because it kind of is far away from what we see later with the Inquisitors, which are very sleek and militaristic, and there's not a lot of personality there. This feels much more Sith than it does Inquisitor. Because yeah, there's like no personality in the design of the uniform or the armor of the Inquisitors later on, because they're not supposed to be people, they're supposed to be tools, they're soldiers. But this dude definitely has some personality. On the other half, we get Count Dooku. Yan. I always forget that's his name. Yan Dooku. I'm guessing we're going to get 2 episodes of him before he like goes evil, because we do have a decent amount of content for him when he is a Sith Lord. Not so much when he is still a Jedi. I think that's much more interesting. So first episode's gonna be him with a very young Qui-Gon, who I love the fact that he looks like Shaggy. It's great. He looks like he is constantly rolled around in a bog, which I think Qui-Gon should look like a weird, sneaky hippie man. And then just the first 2 episodes are going to be him, though, throughout like his Jedi training. And then final episode is going to be early days of the Clone Wars, and that's where we're seeing Obi-Wan with his fantastic mullet, because he has both the armor and the mullet. So it's Clone Wars, but still super early in the Clone Wars. Also, Yaddle is there. I mean, I'm not upset by it. I'm just kind of confused. But hey, more Yaddle backstory. That's what we really want from these shorts. I think I'm more excited for the Dooku stuff simply because I want context for his downfall and how he went from a respected Jedi to a Sith Lord. But also, it seems that even though he was a respected Jedi, there were still like seeds of him being able to go to the dark side, or him just going evil after Qui-Gon's death. He doesn't seem exactly like the calm and serene Jedi in this. And I wonder if that's going to be later in the episodes and we're going to see like a downfall, or if that's just, you know, Dooku's general character traits, that he's always been smug and proud and having a bit of a superiority complex. Also, it feels like we only just got the announcement and now it's like a month and a half away. I am very excited for it. So that was my reaction to the trailer for Tales of the Jedi. If you like this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and keeps me motivated to keep making more of these. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.